We're so honored to have Kerry Magro as our keynote speaker for our 10th anniversary. Thank you, Kerry, for joining us. Thank you, Kerry.
It's such an honor to be here. I've been following Greenwich for quite some time now, and I can honestly say it's the people like Kelly, it's the people like Vicky, who are really paving the way for our autism community, our disability community, and so many of our children throughout New Jersey who have an autism spectrum disorder. I only have 15 minutes tonight, so I'm going to run through this real quick, but I want to start off by sharing a poem with all of you. I know a lot of you might not know my background, but I was actually nonverbal until I was 2.5 years old. And for a while, my parents really didn't even know if I was ever going to speak. It was a time when the numbers of autism were every 1 in 1,000 kids being diagnosed, not the 1 in 68 like we have today. So there was a lot of lack of awareness out there. So to share with you a little bit about who I am and introduce you, for many of you for the first time, I would like to share a poem with you called Only If You Knew Me. I'm a professional guy. If you knew me, you would know I was nonverbal at 2.5. You would know I was diagnosed with autism at 4. You would know I got kicked out of 2 preschools. You would know I had extreme sensory integration difficulties. You would know that I would lash out to get attention when I couldn't communicate on my own. You would know I twirled my hair. I had rock star hair back in the day, like Steven Tyler, crazy. You would know that when I was in school, my peers labeled special education wrong instead of special. You would know I spent hundreds of hours a year being bullied because of my autism diagnosis. And for quite a while, you would know that being institutionalized was a possibility. But if you also knew me, you would know I graduated from grade school. You would know I've graduated from high school. You would know I've graduated from college. You would know I've received a master's degree. You would know, as Kelly, actually this is the first time I'm actually saying this because I just started, but I'm a PhD candidate. You would know I have a job. You would know I've consulted on a major motion picture to bring a realistic portrayal of autism to our entertainment industry. You would know I've lived independently. You would know I've consulted to help parents who have children with autism and other disabilities today. You would know that I'm a public speaker, a life coach, and an author. You would know now today that I mentor high school students with autism to make sure that they never feel alone in this world. You would know I love my family, my friends, and our autism community out there. You would know that I'm Kerry, and that no matter what autism means or doesn't mean, autism can't define me. I'm being the best me I can be. Only if you knew me. If you're reading this or listening to this in the audience today, please know that autism can't define our loved ones, and only we can define autism. I know so many kids today on the autism spectrum from New Jersey and across the world who are trying to be the very best that they can be every single day. We as a community have so many unique stories, so make sure that every single time you hear from someone on the spectrum that their stories are heard. So In the past 6 years, I've had the wonderful opportunity, actually, when I was graduating from Seton Hall University with my undergraduate, to receive a scholarship from the National Speakers Association to pursue my master's degree in strategic communications and leadership to pursue a career in public speaking. It was very, very long trial early on. One of my first public speaking events was in 2008 during my sophomore year of undergrad in college. I was one of only 4 individuals with autism at my school as a freshman in 2007. And I thought to myself a lot of the time, where's the awareness? Where's the education for these kids? Who is going to make sure that the future generations of these kids are going to be given supports, be given an education, and are going to make sure that not only someone is spreading autism awareness for them, but also spreading autism acceptance for them, because so many of these kids just want to be accepted for exactly who they are. I think all of us really want that in this world. So that started me on the path. That freshman year, I started a student organization for individuals with learning disabilities called Student Disability Awareness. And when I graduated in 4 years from Seton Hall University, I took that passion for wanting to start a student organization to starting a nonprofit organization, filing for my 501c3, and within the past 5 years being able to gladly say that we've given out 34 scholarships for students with autism to pursue post-secondary education. And we're not done yet. Through this road, though, one of the things I've learned, and I wasn't cognizant about it at first, was that our children with autism will grow up to be adults with autism. Autism is a lifelong disorder. So by you being here tonight, whether you're a parent of a child with autism, whether you have a family member who has autism, whether you're a sibling of someone with autism, educate someone with autism, or simply know of someone with autism in your local community, I'm here to tell you tonight that you can make a difference in these kids' lives. So many of these kids are going to need supports. And by you coming to support the Greenwich Autism Alliance, by you volunteering for the cause, donating towards the cause, you can see progress with these kids. I mean, let me tell you, when I was growing up, Rain Man was the only acknowledgement we had of autism out there in our community. The 1988 movie Rain Man with Dustin Hoffman. That was the norm. Everyone thought that I was going to become 18, I was going to be able to go to Vegas, play blackjack, like literally win like $80,000, and then, you know, that would be my life. I would just go around the casinos and start winning everyone money. But autism, if you've met one individual with autism today, you've met one individual with autism. The spectrum is very, very wide. And with the supports that we're giving these kids today, the supports that my parents gave to me, my 2 greatest advocates I could ever ask for in my entire life, my champions, like many of you I know who have a child, have become the champions for your children on the autism spectrum, we are going to make progress for these kids. We are going to make sure that they never feel alone. And one of the things we constantly say, especially in my work today as a national speaker, working full-time with the national leading autism science and advocacy organization in the world, in Autism Speaks, board member for the Autism Society of America, and someone who speaks often at the Autism New Jersey conferences, it's that autism doesn't come with an instruction guide. It comes with a family and a community that will never give up on their child. If I leave you with anything tonight, it's that you understand that you are your child's village. You are your friend's village. Whatever part you play, whatever role you play tonight, you can be a part of this phenomenal village to make sure that these kids are given supports across the lifespan to achieve their dreams. You know, when I was a kid, when I wasn't able to tell my parents about my basic needs growing up, that, you know, that just the things that, like, Mom, I'm hungry, or Dad, I'm thirsty, that I need to go to the bathroom. When these kids have these difficulties, these weaknesses, we need to support them. We need to make sure that they are supported. And because of their support, I'm here today, and I'm able to speak in front of all of you today. And I want, more than anything else in this world, I have a 12-year-old mentee right now who is actually she's a junior jet cheerleader. She wants to grow up to be a New York Jets cheerleader. When she turns 18, she's 12. She cheerleads for the Special Olympics too right now. And one of the goals I have for her the most, and I talk about her a lot, sometimes she rolls her eyes at me, is that when she turns 18, she can become a professional cheerleader. And even though I'm a Packer fan, I can go see her perform and say that not only is she one of the best cheerleaders in her profession, but she is also an inspiration for everything that she's been able to overcome as someone who also was nonverbal until 2.5. Mentors are so important for our kids. You know, if there's anything I can do after tonight, please. Kelly has my information. Ask her to shoot me an email, shoot me a contact with any questions you have, because we're all in this together in our community. So finally, I want to just leave you with one more poem, and I hope it's something that you will be able to take with you to your local communities. And this poem is called, I Have Autism and Autism Can't Define Me. My name is Kerry, and I have autism. This means I have autism. This does not mean I am autism. This means I can see the world sometimes in a different light. This does not mean I'm in the dark. This means from time to time, I may have a difficulty expressing my emotions. This does not mean I don't feel. This means when I communicate, I do it with a style that is my own. This does not mean I don't have a voice. This means I may have a certain sensitivity when it comes to a certain feel or touch. This means sounds can sometimes make me feel uneasy. This does not mean I'm deaf or hard of hearing. This means I can often focus on certain interests for a long period of time. This does not mean those are my only interests. This means that I'm the only person in my family to have this, an autism spectrum disorder. This does not mean I'm alone. This means I may have 500 other symptoms or capabilities that are different than yours in this room today. But this doesn't mean I'm any less of a person than you are. My name is Kerry, and regardless of what pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified, a form of autism means, a lot of people don't know it. Autism can't define me. I define autism. I can only hope those individuals, regardless of having autism or not, can define their lives and their journeys in the way they see it. Please, if you've got anything from the past 10 years and hopefully in the next 10 years of Greenwich, is that we are going to pave a way for our kids, and we are going to make sure that they define their lives in the way they best see it. And it all starts with each and every single one of you. Thank you.